Stam Garden Center. Transform your indoor and outdoor space with our stunning selection. Visit us today, open 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday, located at 2421 Highway 92, Oskaloosa.
Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
The Watch Your Opera House in Watch Your, Iowa invites you to a night of golden oldies from the 50s to the 80s with jukebox hits from the band Hideaway Honey. This Central Iowa band performs top classic hits from such artists as Journey, Heart, Tanya Tucker, Shania Twain, The Judds, and many more. Tickets are just $10 and can be purchased at watchyyouroperahouse.org or get them at the door. It's the band Hideaway Honey this Saturday, September 28th at 7 p.m. at the Watch Your Opera House. Bridget's Public House is an Irish pub located at 208 First Avenue East, Oskaloosa. Bridget's Public House hopes you find it a warm, welcoming space that also serves delicious, unique Irish-based options created in their kitchen. And don't forget a cold beverage of choice. Located just off the square next to True Value. Come in and check out the unique decor at Bridget's Public House while enjoying a beverage or food. Follow Bridget's Public House on Facebook and stop in person at 208 First Avenue East, Oskaloosa. That's Bridget's Public House. Locally owned and operated. Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa. It's more than a drugstore. They offer framing, merchandise like collectibles, a gift shop, crafts, college gear, and more. Plus cards, candles, and a whole lot more. Mahaska Drug is open late and on the weekends to fit your lifestyle. For more than just a drugstore, call 641-673-3439 or stop by Mahaska Drug at 205 North E Street in Oskaloosa. Mahaska Drug. It's more than a drugstore. Sigourney Keota football fans, Steve Shetler Media is teaming up with Clint Dye of Tag Team Photography to bring you coverage of Sigourney Keota football this fall. You've seen Clint's fantastic photos of Sigourney Keota football over the last few years, and now Clint is bringing those talents to be showcased on Steve Shetler Media. We're going to have pictures and action shots of each and every game, an in-depth article, and a video highlight of the game as well. You won't miss a thing with Sigourney Keota football coverage right here this year on Steve Shetler Media.
And here's your host, Steve Shetler.
Yes, it is a morning wake-up here on Steve Shetler Media. It's brought to us by Stam Garden Center and Nursery, and we are broadcasting live from the Oski Dental Studios. Hope you're off to a good start on this Monday. Now, Stam Garden Center and Nursery, you can experience the color. Highway 92 East Oskaloosa, Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6, closed on Sundays. And look for Autumn Acres for some fall fun at Stam Garden Center. We do thank Oski Dental. They sponsor our Oski Dental Studios. And you can schedule your appointment with Dr. Schuster at 641-673-4845, accepting new patients. Oski Dental going to file your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta Dental provider at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa, Oski Dental Studios. Let's take a look at our weather. It's brought to us by the Garden Gate at 105 South Jefferson in Sigourney, 641-622-3191. Slight chance of some showers today. Let's see here. Mainly between 4 to 5 p.m. That 1 hour time frame, that 1 hour window is when we're going to have that slight chance of some showers. Otherwise, partly sunny today and a high around 70. Tonight, a 20% chance of some showers during the evening and into the overnight. Cloudy, a low of 54. Tomorrow, perfect, partly sunny and 71. A low of 49 tomorrow night and sunshine and 76 on Wednesday. Right now, our current conditions in southeast Iowa, we have humidity at 83%, northeast winds around 5 to 10 miles per hour, barometer at 30.0, and dew point at 46. Right now, in the Oski Dental Studios, according to the National Weather Service, we do have 51 degrees in Sigourney, Iowa. Your weather brought to us by the Garden Gate in Sigourney. Let's see here. Earlier today, we put up our This or That. It's brought to us by Stacy Flynn at the Legacy Insurance Group and Welcome Realty in Sigourney. This or that, it's crunchy peanut butter versus smooth peanut butter. I am all in on smooth. I think I've made it clear over the last year that I don't like the texture of peanuts. Ugh. I like smooth peanut butter. Love smooth peanut butter. The crunchy, no, I just don't like the crunch. I don't like it. It's just weird. It's weird to me. It's gross to me. I don't like crunchy peanuts. So smooth for me. Let your comments be known. That post went up at 6 a.m., goes up at 6 a.m. every weekday morning, This or That, here on Steve Shetler Media Facebook. Our question of the day, it's brought to us by Amy's Salon House and Spa at 202 North Main in Sigourney, goes up at noon on Facebook every day. Did you learn an instrument as a child, and can you still play it today? Now, I learned as a kid, I played piano for just a little bit, and I played trumpet for a little bit. I can't play either one today. Nope, it did not stick with me. I didn't necessarily stick with either one of those for very long. So, yeah, I learned, but yeah, just didn't stick with me. So that's what's happening there. Your question of the day brought to us by Amy's Salon House and Spa. Let's take a look at our tournament. The old tournament action going on. Our For the Fun of It tournament fall season edition brought to us by Colbert Feed in Sigourney. And you know, they are your horse source in Keokuk County, and they have a selection of horse feed, dog food, cat food, and bird food. So check out Colbert Feed in Sigourney for your feed needs. And our matchup going until 6 p.m. this evening is sweaters and sweatshirts versus fall foliage. I believe sweaters and sweatshirts has the lead right now. So do you like sweaters and sweatshirts more than the changing of the fall leaf colors? So far, that's what people are liking. Now, in our tournament overall, we have soups and football in the Final Four. The winner of this matchup, sweaters, sweatshirts, and fall foliage, will move into the Final Four. Our next matchup, which goes up at 6 p.m. this evening, has hay rides versus cooler temps. So that'll be your next matchup. Our For the Fun of It tournament, again, brought to us in September by Colbert Feed in Sigourney. Yesterday, we put up our weekly top 20. It just continues to be dominated by Anthony Schilling. Anthony, 9 weeks in a row at number one. And it's not even close. Like, nobody is even remotely close. And the competition is like, we give up. We raise the white flag. So Anthony just dominating. Stacy, look at that. My wife, Stacy, in at number 2. So way to go, Stacy. Hanging around at that number 2 spot. Bubby at number 3. Levon, Nancy, Curtis, Bruce, Dodie, Lacey, and Dave round out your top 10. So congratulations to Anthony Schilling. Now, I proposed on Facebook that we move Anthony Schilling into the Hall of Fame. So I don't really have a Hall of Fame, but if there was a Hall of Fame for fans, Anthony Schilling would be in there. So that's what's going on there. What else we got going on? Coming up later on this week, here on Steve Shetler Media, of course, Tuesday nights, we go to Smoky Row in Oskaloosa. Tuesday night tune-up, we'll talk racing. Safe Grafke, your host. So tune in tomorrow night at 7 p.m. On Friday, we have country music. Friday at Barn Wired, an Iowa Music Showcase. And that guy, he is a Luke Thomas. Luke will be making his debut on our Iowa Music Showcase. I have never met Luke, so we'll get to know him together this Friday, 11:30 to noon at Barnwired. Stop in person or watch here online for the Iowa Music Showcase. Coming up Friday night, we've got football for you as Pekin is at Lisbon this Friday night, and that is a big matchup. Now, of course, Pekin continued to steamroll their opponents. They destroyed Columbus this past Friday night. Will Adam with a huge game, as he's had a huge season this first half of the season. Now, Pekin will take on a true test on the road at Lisbon on Friday night. Josh, Zach, and I will be in Lisbon. I believe, if I remember right, we are going to be sitting in the stands as they don't have room for us in the press box. And there's a chance of some rain. So you got to love that. Sitting in the stands, in the rain, on the road at Lisbon. We'll have an interesting time this Friday night at Lisbon with Pekin football. Of course, that's live right here on Steve Shetler Media. Saturday morning, we, of course, go to Brothers Market for the sports section, talking high school sports. We'll have Coach Clint Weber from Pekin, Coach Jared Jensen from Sigourney Keota for football, and then we're going to have some volleyball squeezed in as well, as Albia volleyball going to be coming to the sports section. Albia making their debut on the sports section with the volleyball coach and I believe a couple of players. So tune in. We've got Pekin, Albia, and Sigourney Keota represented this Saturday morning on the sports section. Make sure you tune in then. All right, let's take a look at some community calendar events, as a bunch of things going on during the fall season at Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa. They've got their upcoming 8th annual Scarecrow contest. Scarecrow drop-off is Monday, October 7th from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. The best Scarecrow will win $100. So get in on that. The prizes will be awarded November 4th, so something to look forward to with Mahaska Drug, their annual Scarecrow contest. So that's going on there. Other stuff on our community calendar coming up on Sunday, October 20th, the Sigourney Fire Rescue EMS Annual Breakfast. It's again Sunday, October 20th from 7 to 1. Make sure you get in on that. And then, let's see here. We'll also put up this. It's called the Oskaloosa. Did we miss this? This is old. Get rid of that. Let's put up this instead. The Oskaloosa FFA Harvesters Lunch is this Wednesday from 11 to 1:30. Free will offering for the FFA chapters. So that's going on there in Oskaloosa. So a bunch of stuff going on our community calendar. Let's jump into our birthdays. Happy birthday to you. Birthdays brought to us by Hometown Real Estate. Nikki Leathers, your broker, owner, realtor. You can get more info at hometown-re.com. And not a ton of birthdays today on either side of our list. We've got on our hometown birthdays, John Overturf with a birthday today. Happy birthday to you, John. Celebrity side, we've got Julio Iglesias. To all the girls I've loved before. Julio, turning 81. Bruce Springsteen, 75 years old. He's born in the USA. Jason Alexander, most famous for his role in Seinfeld, 65 years old. And then football player Tony Mandarich. Remember Tony from back in the day? 58 years old for Tony Mandarich. That is your celebrity and hometown birthdays brought to us by Hometown Real Estate. And a good morning to you. We're doing the morning wake up. It's brought to us by Stam Garden Center and Nursery, and we are broadcasting live from the Oski Dental Studios. It is Monday, September 23rd. On this date in history, it was 1780 on this date that a British spy named John Andre was captured along with papers revealing that Benedict Arnold was going to be a traitor. So 1780, Benedict Arnold, his plot became known. It was on this date in 1932, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia was formed. And then on this date in 1962, The Jetsons made its debut on TV. Now, that was ABC's first color series. So ABC first color TV series was The Jetsons, the cartoon. So 1962. On this date today is National Family Day. Celebrate your family. It's National Snack Stick Day. I don't know what that is, but it sounds like something we should celebrate at the state fair. Snack sticks. It's National Great American Pot Pie Day. It's National Checkers Day. It's Dogs in Politics Day. What does that even mean? Like I know the president sometimes has a dog. Dogs in Politics Day. I don't know. It's Restless Legs Awareness Day. And it's Energize. Like not enter, but inner. Inner. It's Energize. I don't know. Those are your days. Shall we hear from some of our sponsors? Let's hear from Stam Garden Center and Nursery, along with some other people that help make our broadcast possible.
Stam Garden Center. Transform your indoor and outdoor space with our stunning selection. Visit us today, open 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday, located at 2421 Highway 92, Oskaloosa.
Iowa Edelweiss wine from Tassel Ridge Winery is a great wine for fall. It's a fruity, semi-sweet white wine that offers orange, pear, and pineapple hints on both the nose and palate. It's great served chilled and simply sipped, and it enhances spicy Asian stir-fry or grilled chicken. All of the grapes for this wine are grown at the winery. Tassel Ridge, Iowa Edelweiss is available at many of our nearly 400 retailers in Iowa. Look for the tall blue bottle with an image of a wine glass on the label. If you don't see Tassel Ridge, Iowa Edelweiss at your favorite retailer, ask the manager to get it for you. Tassel Ridge Winery is located in Lighton on Highway 163 between Pella and Oskaloosa and is open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday from 9 to 6, Saturday from 10 to 6, and Sunday from noon to 6. Check our website at tasselridge.com.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to enjoy their dreams.
Try it again. You're getting the hang of this. Good job.
American Family Insurance.
Contact Christy Tarr in Oskaloosa at 641-673-8965.
When shopping here at Helmuth Ford, we will do our best to put you in the vehicle that you want, that you love, and that is safe for your family.
Your safety is our focus. That's why we are a full-service repair facility.
We'd love to sell you a vehicle of your choosing. If we don't have it, we'll do our best to find it for you. If you're looking for a vehicle with low miles, a great price, and a friendly atmosphere, come visit us here at Helmuth Ford.
We look forward to seeing you soon.
See our full inventory at helmuthford.com.
Watch Pekin Panther football live right here this fall on Steve Shetler Media, Facebook, and YouTube with live announcers and an updated scoreboard, plus an area scoreboard to keep you updated on other schools of interest. It's Pekin Panther football live right here on Steve Shetler Media. And again, we do have Pekin Panther football coming up on Friday, as Pekin will be at Lisbon, a big game coming up this Friday, and we'll have it live for you right here on Steve Shetler Media. Doing the morning wake-up right now, it's brought to us by Stam Garden Center and Nursery from the Oski Dental Studios. Let's do some things you need to know. Whoa. Things you need to know. New York Magazine Washington correspondent Olivia Nuzzi That's a good name to have if you're in, like, Newsy. Olivia Newsy is on leave after an alleged romantic relationship with former independent presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Interesting. Sad news. Mercury Morris, a 2-time Super Bowl winner and 3-time Pro Bowler, who was a key part of the Miami Dolphins' 1972 unbeaten season, has passed away. He was 77, Mercury Morris. Let's see here. They're going to be restarting 3 Mile Island. That is the site of the country's worst nuclear accident. It's in an agreement that will help power Microsoft's AI ambitions. So I don't know why you'd have to restart a place that had the worst nuclear accident for artificial intelligence ambitions, but it sounds like the start of Terminator to me. Let's go to your phone. Flappy Bird, I guess it's a game, is returning to iOS and Android devices after a decade-long hiatus. Flappy Bird, and will include new characters and new game modes. Now, it was taken off of phones back in 2013 after the developer deemed the game, quote, too addictive. So that's a pretty good thing for them. They thought it was too addictive for people, so they took it off. But now Flappy Bird is making a comeback, so look for that if you were a fan of that game. How about Amazon's fall version of Prime Days? It'll be known as Big Deal Days, and it gets underway a week from tomorrow. Walmart going to be offering their own October discounts at the same time, and will be extending them longer. So Walmart and Prime, Amazon, going to be taking a lot of your money here in about a week. Other stuff going on. Jennifer Lopez, Ben Affleck. They were seen together again, this time at a back-to-school event. However, the divorce is still on. They will be getting divorced, but J-Lo and Ben Affleck continue to hang out despite the upcoming divorce. And then, let's see here, Susan Eubanks, who is the mother of the late Linkin Park frontman Chester Bennington, is speaking out against the band after they started performing again with a replacement singer. So the band Linkin Park, I think they put in a female singer, and they are starting the band up again. Chester Bennington, who committed suicide here several years ago, his mom not too happy about that. And also, it's just an internet rumor, but no, Coca-Cola did not cancel their Taylor Swift endorsement deal after she endorsed Kamala Harris. It's just a rumor. Evidently, Taylor and Coca-Cola are getting along just fine. Let's go to the impossible. Today's impossible question. Impossible. It's not impossible. You can definitely get this one. A latest survey reveals that fewer people are looking forward to this fall. What is it? Again, a latest survey revealed that fewer people are looking forward to this fall. What's the this that we're talking about? Think about that. Let's look at our comments. Good morning to Bubby, Dan, Nancy, Sandy, Patrick, Tamra, Jackie, Amber, Sherry, Pat, Sherry, and Dixie. Good morning to you and anybody else that is out there lurking in the shadows of the internet watching this morning. Appreciate you guys tuning in all the time. Again, a latest survey revealing that fewer people are looking forward to this fall. What is this? Pumpkin spice. Has the popularity of pumpkin spice hit its peak? I don't know. According to this survey, maybe. Let's get weird.
That is weird.
In some weird bacteria growing in space. Aliens! Bacteria on board the International Space Station have evolved new traits in order to survive in low Earth orbit and shows some signs of increased, what's this word? Virulence. I'm not sure. Microbes from Earth have made their way to the International Space Station via their human hosts and the regular delivery of equipment and supplies. In a new scientific paper, let's see here, the principal investigator of the strains of the bacterial species, they were studied. 13 strains of some of these different species were isolated from the ISS. Basically, again, bacteria is growing in space and it's adapting and evolving. So maybe there'll be some crazy space monsters that come from this. I don't know. Not so much weird, but kind of some big news out of baseball. Shohei Ohtani became the first Major League Baseball player to have 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases in a season during the most spectacular game of a history-making career with the LA Dodgers. The Japanese superstar reached the second deck in right center on 2 of his 3 home runs. Ohtani took care of the stolen bases earlier in the game, swiping his 50th in the first and his 51st in the second. He's also a pitcher, but this year he's played exclusively a designated hitter. So just an incredible player. Shohei Ohtani of the 50-50 club, 50 home runs, 50 stolen bases. Let's see here. Let's go to this. You may have been keeping up on this story. Days after a shooter attacked an interstate and then disappeared, leaving a Kentucky community scared and on guard, Fred and Sheila McCoy decided to lace up their boots for the first time in a long time and spend days in a rugged terrain searching until they finally found the body of the shooter. Kentucky State Police credited Fred and Sheila McCoy, who typically spend their retired days creating YouTube videos about the Hatfield-McCoy feud. Now, they went ahead and helped investigators find what they believe are the remains of Joseph Couch, the 32-year-old suspected of firing randomly at vehicles along the interstate on September 7th. The person believed to be Couch died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. So this retired couple went out and about in the woods to search, and they ended up finding him. That's pretty dramatic. How about this? This is kind of gross. Scandinavian Airlines has said one of its flights had to make an emergency landing after a mouse scurried out of a passenger's in-flight meal on Wednesday. How would you like to get a meal? About to dig in, take a bite, and a mouse is in your plate. The plane was traveling from Norway to the Spanish city Malaga and was forced to make an emergency landing in Denmark. The diversion was in line with company procedures as the mouse posed a safety risk. So, mouse in the meal. It sounds like a kid's book. Mouse in the meal. Let's see here. What is up next? We're not going to do that today. How about we do something that could potentially make you smile?
Something that makes you smile.
Something to make you smile, brought to us by Lifetime Dental Solutions. They're going to be celebrating 10 years, and it's going to be at their new facility at 115 South Jefferson in Sigourney. That's Thursday, October 3rd. Office tours, refreshments, prizes. It's Dr. Stacy Freeze and crew at their new location and celebrating their 10 years in Sigourney with their open house. Make sure you put that on your calendar. Now, something to make you smile, the pioneering women of the space race, prominently featured in Hidden Figures, received Congress's highest recognition on Wednesday. The families of Katherine Johnson, Dorothy Vaughan, Mary Jackson, and Christine Darden were presented with the Congressional Gold Medal at the U.S. Capitol. Again, they were basically these women who have been referred to as mathematicians, engineers, and human computers in the U.S. space program from the 1930s to the 1970s. And they were kind of kept secret. They were kind of kept in the dark, but no more. These women being recognized for what they did for NASA and being pioneering women of the space race. So these women getting their fair share, their recognition that they definitely deserve. And you can see more of this story. Read this story in its entirety coming up at about 7:45 when that's posted on my Facebook page. Something to make you smile, brought to us by Lifetime Dental Solutions. Let's go to the duh. In some let's see here. At Fort Liberty, at Fort Liberty, thousands of soldiers who were trained on the Army's anti-terrorism policy saw slides that labeled several legitimate nonprofits as terrorist organizations. Not surprising, a blunder that went on for, for 7 years before photos of the slides were posted to social media this summer, prompting outrage. Now, nonprofits that were incorrectly labeled as terrorist groups, including PETA, as well as anti-abortion groups like Operation Rescue and the National Right to Life. Those who were listed as terrorist groups, incorrectly labeled. Other advocacy groups like Earth First, Earth Liberation Front, and Animal Liberation Front were also listed. So this stuff brought to light, and that is being changed. Again, the Army labeling nonprofits, several legitimate nonprofits, as terrorist groups. Finally today, let's go to the box office. Did you go see a movie this weekend? Beetlejuice staying at number one. Beetlejuice with $26 million. That brings its total so far to $226.8 million. Transformers 1 came in at the number 2 slot with $25 million, just behind Beetlejuice. Speak No Evil was at number 3, Never Let Go at 4, Deadpool 5, The Substance at 6, Am I Racist hangs in there at number 7, Reagan at number 8, Young Cook, I Am Still at number 9, and Alien, Romulus at number 10. Those are your top 10 money-making movies from the box office. Let's take a look at our forecast one more time. It's brought to us by the Garden Gate. Maybe a shower or two today, otherwise partly sunny and a high of 70. We did have just a little bit of rain here in Sigourney over the weekend. I had about 0.3 in the rain gauge over the weekend yesterday morning. So yeah, much needed rain. And we need more, so it would be nice to have a little bit of rain. Looks like we might get some of that coming up later on this weekend, too. Coming up video-wise, let me look up at the schedule. It's on Monday. We've got In Remembrance Of on the way at 8 a.m. We'll have Successful Farming later on at 5:30. We'll have Real Talk with Aaron Fleming and myself at 6:30. Card Subject to Change with some pro wrestling coming up at 7 p.m. this evening, so tune in. Got some stuff throughout the day here on Steve Shetler Media. All right, you guys have a fantastic day. Enjoy the weather and be safe. We'll see you back here at 7 a.m. for more of the Morning Wake Up. Again, we thank Stam Garden Center and Nursery for being our headline sponsor and Oski Dental for sponsoring our studios.